What's going on, guys? Back with another Wizards video. Came back from vacation. We got all these different Wizards topics. We got Bradley Beal for Ben Simmons stuff. We got Bradley Beal player rankings being ranked 11th. And we got Tommy Shepard talking to the media at his press conference the other day. So without further ado, let's get into all this stuff. Now, firstly, let's talk about Bradley Beal in these NBA player rankings. Now, Bradley Beal, as you know, was ranked 11th. And that caused a bit of a stir. You know, a lot of people who don't watch the Wizards have a bunch to say about Bradley Beal and the Wizards when they never watched the game. I mean, maybe they watch. You had a couple more guys watching because Russell Westbrook was on the court, etc. But still, I mean, you got a lot of people who don't watch the Wizards, who just look at stats and then make their opinions. Now, you got a lot of guys, you know, Kyrie's and Zach LaVine, who I believe personally should be higher than where he was ranked. I really like Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine is a beast. You got Paul George, who has a case. You got Jason Tatum, who has a case. I'm not saying Bradley Beal is just for sure 11th, etc., even on my board and whatnot. But as a Wizards fan who's been wanting Bradley Beal to get respect for a while, I'll take that. Personally. You know, now, would I be surprised to see him down on like 15, etc., other people's list? No. You know, and I will 100% respect that. But we not going to act like just because Bradley Beal, all he does is score. What does he do better than other people? I mean, the guy averages 31, 4, and 4. Pretty much 31, 5, and 5. If you want to get technical, almost 35 and 5 in back-to-back seasons. So yes, he had a career high with Russ, but even before Russ, he was dropping 30 points. That's not easy to do, or else every other star player will be doing it. It's not easy averaging 30. Now, you got other guys like Donovan Mitchell, Trae Young, etc., who would get boosts. But when you bring in the context of teams and whatnot, it's not even close who has better teams. The Hawks, when you look at the Hawks, when you look at the Jazz, yes, Brad had Russ, but Russ wasn't there all the time. Russ missed games last season. What was Bradley Beal's numbers when Russ wasn't there? Look that up. So let's not act like Russ is just the big deciding factor in Bradley Beal's success, because that's just false. Now, was Russell Westbrook a big factor in the Wizards making the playoffs, which ultimately helped Bradley Beal's case and his ranking, etc.? Yes, 100%. Now, do I think Bradley Beal is deserving of 11? Yeah. Would I be mad if he was dropped on other people's lists and was just top 15, etc., or 15? No, I wouldn't be mad at that. But all the hubbub, etc., is just ridiculous that Bradley Beal is 11th. Like, oh, he doesn't play defense. I mean, dude, after you go from Russell Westbrook, who's the next best player on the Washington Wizards? Rui Hachimura, who I love, but still, how big of a drop-off is that? You tell me. Davis Bertans, a three-point specialist, is he the third best player on the team? A three-point specialist? I mean, let's get real here, folks. Dudes love to you know, sing guys' praises while they underrated, and then they start getting their respect. All of a sudden, this is just madness. Bradley Beal was getting snubbed from All-Star games, etc., All-NBA, etc. He getting all this love. Bradley Beal, Now the dude getting the love he deserved. Dude's talking like he overrated now. It happens all the time. Everybody underrated until they start getting respect, and now they overrated. Now people, how this, how that. Come on, man, stop it. Stop it. I do this all the time. Stop. People do this stuff all the time. Now, like I said, the most egregious thing, I think Zach LaVine should be higher. Zach LaVine should 100% be higher. I don't think the gap between Brad and Zach LaVine is that huge, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. I don't. But Am I going to sit here and complain about Bradley Beal being 11th? No, I'm not. I'm really not. Because what Bradley Beal does isn't easy to do. Whether you're on a really bad team or you're on a really good team. I mean, simple. Now, and a lot of it is up for debate for sure. A lot of it is up for debate. But I don't understand all the outrage, etc. Like what Bradley Beal does, everybody can just do. You know? And the people who can do it are rightfully ranked above him. Yeah, that's just my take on the thing. You know, all this Bradley Beal noise, cut it out, man. Cut it out. The dude's 11th. I think he's deserving of that. Could that be fluctuated within the top 15? In my opinion, yes. But I'm not doing all this extra outrage stuff. I'm not. Cut it out, man. Y'all don't even watch the Wizards. Cut it out. Y'all just don't like it because it's the Wizards and y'all don't watch the Wizards. Continue to do that and not watch the Wizards, bro. Because y'all opinions don't make sense. Dudes be having so many opinions on players on teams they never watch. That they just don't cut the games on for. Dudes watch a couple ESPN games with Russ and all of a sudden swear they got all these opinions on my favorite team that they don't watch. Y'all don't watch the Wizards. Stop talking about teams y'all do not watch. Y'all got all these takes on Bradley Beal when y'all watch like 5 games, if that. Come on, man. Cut it out. But, anywho, our next topic. Tony Kornheiser on PTI. He brought up Ben Simmons and the whole trade rumors and things like that. And the Washington Wizards popped up. And he believes that the Wizards should give up Bradley Beal for Ben Simmons. Now, I've heard Ben Simmons being traded to the Wizards, you know, like to pair with Bradley Beal. But a Ben Simmons for Bradley Beal straight up? That's insane. Unless there's a couple different factors here. Bradley Beal is just saying he's done. He wants to leave. And if you know he's not re-signing, then things change. Things get a little less ridiculous. Or you add, you know, a good amount of pieces, etc. to that. There's got to be some decent conversation. I mean, the trade value is just too different in my opinion. Yes, Ben Simmons is younger, etc. Brings good defense, better passing. Yes, all that. Tony Khan hasn't made points regarding that. But unless Bradley Beal say he's not re-signing or you just know he's not considering re-signing with the team, there's no way you consider that, in my opinion. Now, you talking about pairing him up with Brad and stuff, okay. But if you talk about just swapping, just swap, and you still got a shot at re-signing, that's insane to me. You know, I mean, that's doesn't make too much sense. And I think a lot of people would agree with that. A lot of people would agree with that. So, don't want to take too much time on that topic. Next, I want to look at Tommy Shepard and his comments that he made yesterday when he was talking to the media. It's a couple points that I want to touch on. Firstly, Tommy Shepard said on the team's vaccination status, they're in the 90th percentile. Now, due to some comments made by certain players, not even players, people can kind of guess maybe who is and is not vaccinated. All that, I don't really want to get into that. I don't care that much about it. The important things, the really important stuff as far as lineups, rotations, etc. Tommy Shepard said he doesn't expect Thomas Bryant to be ready until maybe December. He expects Daniel Gafford to start and Montrezl Harrell to follow. So, for all those Daniel Gafford lovers, Daniel Gafford finally getting his time to shine. He's finally getting his time to shine in the starting lineup, which a lot of people wanted last season. So, good for him. Good for DG. Thomas Bryant ain't going to be ready until December. I'm excited for DG to get his opportunity to start. I think he's earned it with the Wizards. And Montrezl Harrell, I think he'll be great off of the bench. Now, when Thomas Bryant comes back, you'll have to figure some things out, but we'll see that when that comes. We'll figure that out when that comes. Some Denny Avdia news. Tommy Shepard said they'll ease Denny in. They expect to have a full roster. He also said Denny's doing everything full speed. He hasn't jumped into any scrimmages just yet out of caution. And just speaking on the roster, Tommy Shepard also said, we put a lot of time and effort into this roster this summer. I think we were able to add depth at every position. When you add depth, it gives you a lot. So those days are gone, which is good. Tommy Shepard also spoke about Wes Unseld Jr. and implementing a system that will take a lot of stress off Bradley Beal, which believes Beal will welcome with open arms. And I believe that basically means less ISO. I mean, ISO is always going to be a part of the game because that's just basketball. But less just more ball movement, pretty much. Less just one pass, early shot clock possessions. More ball movement, which Wes Unseld Jr. has spoke about before in the past. Tommy Shepard also says the team's fast-paced identity will remain the same, but the new additions will be more focused on the defensive end. He said, and quote, it doesn't take much to go from 30th in the league to 15th, a couple of possessions. Which is 100% facts. This is facts. You know, it's not hard, not crazy hard to jump up from being a terrible defensive team to a decent defensive team with the right personnel moves and the right identity changes. Look at the New York Knicks. Look when they got Tom Thibodeau. Look where they were at before him, and look at last season where they were defensively. So this is facts about Tommy. Tommy Shepard speaking on Spencer Dinwiddie. He says Spencer Dinwiddie has been fantastic on the floor and off the floor. High skill, high IQ, guards multiple positions, makes everyone better. Great leader and teammate. With Spencer out on the floor beside Bradley, it's a heck of a backcourt. I already spoke on that. I believe Spencer Dinwiddie and Bradley Beal is a very good backcourt. You got two guys who can get to the basket, who can create their own shot, who can create for others as well. I'm excited to see what that brings to the team. And you know, in this new roster that has a lot of depth to it. So let me know what you guys think. You know, I don't want to make this video crazy long, but we at 13-minute mark, so I'm probably will end it off here. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. How do you feel about the Bradley Beal rankings? How do you feel about Tommy Shepard's comments? How do you feel about Tony Kornheiser and the Bradley Beal Ben Simmons thing? Always, if you want to support the channel, like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Leave a comment, leave a like, hit that sub button. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.